This interesting topic of harmonizing fear and negativity. So each one has at certain point of time fear in his mind. Expect from this session. Have you thought about this session before?
No.
Have you had any such type of session before?
No.
No. Okay. So what do you expect actually? Feel free actually. It's not like a classroom or a project manager is conducting a session on. We all are equal. So state your expectations. The first person who gives gets a chocolate.
Where is the chocolate?
Will get it. Yes. State your expectations.
To deal with fear.
To deal with fear. Okay. Great. Yeah. How about you?
Build confident.
Okay. Feel confident about it. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
And how to overcome the fear and the negativity.
How to overcome fear and negativity. Okay. Yes. Great. How about this side? Yeah. How about you? What are your expectations about fear, managing fear? Are you scared sometimes? You are. Okay. So what do you look forward actually from a session?
Minimize fear and negativity.
Minimize fear and negativity. Okay. Anybody else has a different opinion or you want to share something which? Yeah, Girish.
Fear is something that stops. At least it stops me from doing many things that I want to do.
Correct.
So, how to bridge this gap? I mean, I'm not sure that I'm not sure that I will be able to get rid of the fear completely.
Correct.
Because fear is needed also.
Correct.
But how to rid that gap? In the sense
Absolutely.
how can I do more things?
Absolutely. So fear, as what Girish said, is it actually freezes us, which means we neither move forward nor move backward. Just stop there, right? Okay. So it is not a comfortable situation, and hence the topic. This is my 6th session, and still on the 6th session, I still feel while entering the room, how am I going to conduct the session? So there is a fear inbuilt. So first thing is accept that we all have certain fear triggers. We all are scared at some point of time. Now how to best manage that is what will unfold in this session. Okay, so this is the gift that I can give it to you on how to best manage fear. Okay, so I have some slides, but I don't stick much to the slides. I take some live examples, etc., etc. There is a story. She is Louise Hay. She is America's most popular lady in terms of healing. Okay, healing expert. How many of you have heard about healing? Word healing. All of us, I think. Heal. I mean, when we fall sick, we need some healing, right? And that sickness could be mental sickness or a physical sickness, right? Okay. Before going to her story, I'm just going to state my story. Okay, very short one, not glamorous, but very real. I'm afraid of heights. So as far as possible, if I have to go to say Delhi, I have to go. I would try and find look at whether there is a bus available or there is a train available, even though it might take 24 hours. But I would never go by flight. Okay, this was the story. For the last. When did I break it? Okay, a couple of months back. Till that time, I used to avoid foreign travels also, for that matter. You have to go by flight. You have to get into the plane, and when you are in the plane, of course, fear of heights is there. So this is the fear of heights. Now, what happened was, after undergoing a lot of study. So generally, when there is a trainer, and this is for every one of you, a trainer's best quality is, first he does something, experiences it, and then he teaches people, and not the other way around. Because if you do it the other way around, what happens? People cannot connect. He's just talking in the air, right? So that is the reason I'm telling you my story. So I was afraid of the heights. Then I said, when I went through, I went through self-introspection, then I went through her teachings, okay? And that empowered me, and I said, okay, I want to face it. So I said, okay, let me try, and I went to 3 months back. I went to Kashmir, and there Vaishno Devi temple shrine. So there are options available. You can go via road, you can go via helicopter. I decided to attack my fear, and I went by helicopter. Decided. So fear was there, obviously, till the time you get into it. And then the helicopter took off. Okay, I was just closing my eyes, and then I said, okay. I just gave some affirmations. Actually, I'll teach you about affirmations. I gave some affirmations. It empowered me. I started looking. First, I looked at the pilot. Okay, there's hardly any distance. Then I looked slightly at this length, then I looked down, and then it was fun. So this fear is always there. The fear will never go until you confront it. And then when I landed there, then I was looking forward to coming back, and it was such a pleasant journey. Now I look forward to going by flight. So this is how you get rid of your fear. But there are certain steps. You can't, for me to get into that situation of confronting the fear, certain background has to be done. So I will teach you how to do that. Okay. Next. Okay. So her story. She has been America's most well-known healer. Her life history is that she went through traumatic times in her when she was child. Okay. Deeply abused, and later on she started with her own self-help or healing group, and she has helped millions of people so far. Her tool is about affirmations. So affirmations, are you aware of affirmations? No? I'll teach you about it. So affirmations, just keep this word in mind. She has healed lot of people. So I can consider, so that's why I'm acknowledging her, because I can consider that I am also healed because of her. Next to the slide. What is fear? Can someone state what exactly is fear? How do you define a fear? And I'll make it little quick because we have actually crossed 15 minutes of our time. But still, I don't want to disturb the flow. So what is fear?
Where we are not confident.
Where we are not confident, okay. Okay. What else? What do you call it as fear?
Fail, where you feel it might get failed.
That's the fear of failure. You fear the outcome. Okay.
We have not faced that situation previously.
You are not faced something new.
Yes, something.
Okay. So the scientific definition of fear is, and I'm just elaborating, false existence appearing as real. False existence appearing as real, which means that you are afraid of failure. Has it happened? No, it has not happened. Which means you are afraid of something which might happen in the future. So it is an existence which is not real, but it is real in your mind, and and hence you feel scared. Hence you feel stopped. Right? Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So just keep this definition. Anytime this fear triggers in your mind, Girish, what fear is? It's a false existence. Means it's not a real identity. Okay. Half the battle is won when you expand this.
Just
Next.
for example,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of death.
Okay, which is everyone is actually, right?
Yeah,
of course.
If anybody is not, please raise your hand. I will congratulate you in person. Okay, yeah.
But is it a false existence?
Okay, so it is a reality rather. It is a reality. Death is the same as reality as birth, right? But what you are afraid of is not of actually the death. That happening in the immediate future. Right? Because you know for sure death is going to happen, right? But same as you come into life, same as it's a reality of life. What you are afraid of is that what would happen. You attach all the consequences, don't you? You attach. So maybe you've seen someone dying and he is going through painful process. Right? By the way, death is never pleasant, isn't it? We all perceive death as not being pleasant, isn't it? Unless you are a saint or something. Okay. So we attach a lot of negativity to death. Right? But death is nothing but actually reincarnation, or moving from one form to another form. Because we came from nowhere, we are going nowhere actually. So it is all the same. What you are attaching is, if I die, first thing is what pain I am going to go through. Then you might attach that what will happen to my family. Right? Then if you have taken some loan, then you might be afraid that loan will, the bank people will come and catch hold of my family members. I mean, example for that matter. Okay, so this is what you are afraid of. Okay, you are afraid of something which is going to happen in the future. But why do you want to spoil your present? Okay, so that is where. Okay, so thanks for sharing. Okay, okay. What does fear manifest into? We will come to that. How do you know that the fear state has arrived, that you are now afraid of? How do you know?
If something is happening and we can't do anything.
Okay, okay. You can't do something, so you feel that it is scared.
Fear is a feeling, so I think the uneasiness or things like that.
Okay, so like some symptoms you get.
Yes.
If you sweat when others are shivering.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Sweating,
Body
shivering.
reaction.
Sorry?
Body reaction. Your
Body reaction. Yeah. You don't feel, you
And
start murmuring.
And everything got blank.
Everything all blank. Yes, of course. Sad and you don't feel empowered, right? I mean, it's not a very comfortable feeling. But is that the starting point of fear?
No, I think that's when you are in fear. That's not the starting point.
Correct. So, absolutely right. So, the fear has done a lot of damage by the time you have realized it. It has sneaked into your mind subconsciously, and it is now showing the results. So, to deal with this fear, okay, you again have to travel a distance to bring it in control, because it is in motion now. The flight has taken off. If you had known just before takeoff, you might have had power to control it. But now it has taken off. So now you need to control it and bring it back to the airport. Right? Okay. So what does fear manifest into? How does, as you have said, actually, some of you have said, you don't, you feel stuck, then body reaction, sad, not empowered. Does it also result into negativity, negative feeling actually? Yes? Okay. So we'll talk about negativity also. Okay, can you please move to the next? We have recognized, okay. We recognize once we get sweating and things like that. Okay, next. Okay. Now we come to understanding what is the starting point. Interesting so far? Okay, now we come to human mind. Okay. I need one person to draw on the board. Who can volunteer? You? Great. Thank you. Pen. Marker?
Abhishek?
Okay.
I don't want to go, it's not. It's not connected.
What we missed in our session, very quickly, if someone can state, you can state about what are your expectations. So we will also write down on the left hand corner what do you expect from this session actually. So if you have something which you're really scared for years together, and you look forward to get rid of that, you can just state that. Anything that you want to share? We are anyways going to cover examples, live examples. So all of you have bought pen and paper, so which is very good. Anybody want to share his expectations of this session before we go into this?
It's a fear of everything. I fear.
So what do you look forward to from this session actually? Getting rid of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can write about it.
Getting rid of fear.
It's not working. दूसरा ऑप्शन लगाओ नहीं तो it's not working. It's not working.
Okay. Anybody else? Adarsh, what do you look forward from this
Understanding
session?
fear. What actually?
Okay. Understanding it. Okay. So we'll go with these two and we'll expand from there. Now on the middle part, what you do is, can you draw a human brain? Roughly, huh? Okay. Divide it into two parts. One part would be around 95%, other part would be 5%. Okay, so that is 5%, that is 95%. Okay, so this is human. You can come here. Thank you. What is this? Iceberg. Iceberg. Tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Iceberg, and there is a water also, right? Okay. You must have seen big ships.
Yeah.
What happens when they are seeing this from a distance? You are a captain, and when you see this, what do you feel?
Iceberg.
Small iceberg, right? You can easily cross through. What happens when you come here?
You can cover out this big.
Yeah. You hit this, and your ship sinks.
Yeah.
Same is the case with mine. What is seen by you, what you're feeling right now in this session is only this much. So all your mental power, what you have now, the conscious power is only this much. The remaining 95% is over here. So that's why I asked him to draw 5% and 95%. So 5% of your brain is conscious brain or mind. Let's call it mind basically. 5% of your mind is conscious. Conscious. In this conscious state, there are 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? What are our 5 senses?
Here.
Speak,
Feel.
Okay. Sixth one is, we'll not talk about sixth one right now. Okay. Yeah. So this conscious mind is triggered by these 5 senses. There is a subconscious mind, which is that 95% of our brain. When is it active? When we are in sleep. When the conscious mind sleeps, the subconscious mind takes over. It's like this. Backup, kind of. Okay. So, they all are connected. The subconscious mind and the conscious mind is connected internally. Okay. What you can grasp through your conscious mind, okay, is indirectly passed to the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind, there is reverse flow also. Feedback is also given by the subconscious mind when you are in sleep. Okay, let me ask you a simple question. How many of you get dreams in your sleep, or aware that you get dreams in your sleep? Most of us. Okay, now how many of us, out of those who have raised hands, get positive dreams, which means you feel good?
We'll get both.
You get good dreams. Very good. Okay. You also get good dreams. The remaining 90% people, not so good dreams. Okay, let me ask you some questions to those. Who raised your hand? You raised your hand, right? Okay. Do you watch news? No. Rarely. Okay. Do you read newspapers?
News.
When?
Morning.
Morning time. Okay. And the other people who raised their hand, not so good dreams. Who raised their hands?
Not
Okay.
so good or good dreams.
Watch news?
Have good
Yes.
dreams.
When?
Evenings.
Evenings. Before sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else who raised? There are so many people here. Yeah. News? Okay, morning time. Okay. There's a particular reason for getting these type of dreams. Okay. What happens is, when you are seeing the news, how are news? Positive, negative? Percentage? Percentage?
90-10.
It is their business, come on. Selling news is their business. So generally they will sell, what's the hot, what's the latest.
Yes.
Most of them are negative. Yeah. So what happens is, when you're reading this in the morning or you're watching the news in the night time, okay, your conscious mind is seeing it as a news basically, right? Not so pleasant, but then what happens is, when you sleep, your subconscious mind starts replaying it. Now, it may not be exactly what you're seeing in that newspaper. It can transform and take some other form of which you're afraid of. How many of you see snakes in your dream? You see snake? No. Okay, how frequently?
Really?
Rarely. Which is good news, by the way.
What does it indicate?
Okay. The snake is a snake. Okay, so there are different interpretations, but one of the interpretation is a feeling of insecurity. What snake? If you face a snake, what will you feel? You feel insecure, right?
Yep.
It is a feeling of insecurity. Now, this insecurity might be pumped in because of, and that's why you have a fear of failure. You stated, right? So it's all related. See?
Yesterday night I saw the ghost, lots of ghosts.
Yeah. So we will take down your fear triggers. Okay, okay. So you got now your why you are getting, actually it is how it is manifesting. Your fear of failure is manifesting into snake. Same you can attach. There is symbolic actually. It's all symbolic. Okay. Now what we will do is, you understood now. Others you also were looking at how to. Okay. What happens is, this goes into your mind. Okay, and then your subconscious mind starts replaying it. Okay, and then when something like this happens over a period of time, it comes into reality. Okay, and that is how some things which you feel, which you are scared of, actually is a sequence of this. Okay, so your flight has taken off. Now to stop that is very difficult. But yes, there is a reverse path. We can do it. Now each one of you have pen and paper, right? Write down your top 2 fears. Let me ask you some questions. Okay. Why are you afraid? What is it that you are afraid of? Related to you. Consequence?
Yes, consequences.
Okay. Now let me help you understand your fear of failure. So is it related to work or related to anything else?
Both personal and
Personal, I understand. Okay. How many times you have failed in your life? Quite frequently, not quite frequently?
regularly.
Regularly. Did you fail in your exams?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to understand your trigger point. From where it started, historical, no? Because fears are always historical, based on some happening. So, what is the predominant thing in your mind which actually, because of which you feel that you will fail probably? What was that one instance, if you can recollect, one or more than one instance? Did you fail in your class, which actually, because of which you were punished or something like that? Well, can you recollect any of the instances because of which you feel uncomfortable? Somebody said something, you need not elaborate.
No, it's not like nobody has said anything. It's like guilty feeling.
Guilty feeling, fear of guilt. Okay. Do you always try to please people? Means try to do something which is always good?
Yes.
Do you try? Is it what you honestly try to do always? For example, I should do this thing before time so that my boss is happy. Right? I should personally. Example there, it may not. Related to your family, I should always go on time at home so that my parents feel good. You're married?
Yes.
Okay, so my wife feels better if I reach on time, right? Kids?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to put my kids to the best, give them best education. I don't know if I can afford that. Yeah? Okay, so this is a sense of insecurity which is built in. Now help me understand, how did you get selected in MPLOS? Campus?
No.
Then written?
I have given written test also.
Written test. So you were working somewhere and you got selected.
Yes.
Okay. So you passed the written test, then the interview.
First interview, then written test.
First interview, written. Okay. So first interview and then written test. How was the written test? Easy, simple, complex, medium? How? Technical, right?
Simple. No, it was an aptitude test.
Aptitude test. Okay. Was it simple? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Simple. Interview?
Interview was also.
Okay. So, but you cleared that. I wouldn't state AMDOC's procedure for qualifying as simple. It is okay. I mean, it's not too complex. It's not too simple. So if you have cleared that, which means you have a capability to do well technically, right? So you have been in how long you have been in AMDOCs?
1 year.
1 year. And 1 year is so Girish, he is doing good, right?
Yeah.
Right. For example, okay. So which means historically, you are doing well. Any assignment you have been given, you are doing well. So what it is actually in your mind is nothing but it's just a perception or the fear of failure. You know what the other thing is? Everybody, all those people who have achieved something in their life, may it be Steve Jobs or anybody, have failed multiple times in their life. Do you know that, all of you? Because failure is the stepping stone for success. If you don't fail, which means you are going to stay average. Because why it is said, failure teaches you a lot of things, right? So there's a lot of learning out of it. Using that, you grow. So next time when you have this type of thing, you assert to yourself, saying that I have succeeded so far, I've done well. So this new assignment is no longer a challenge for me because I know historically I have done it well. So here also I am going to do it well. Okay? So this is your new approach. There is something called as affirmation. Again I am stating, but I will not come to it right now because we'll first cover the examples. Okay? Okay? So anytime you have this type of feeling, affirm to yourself that historically I have said I have cleared my exam. Okay, and one more thing you can do is, there is something called a victory log. Do you know what is a victory log? Failure log is always we know. If I ask you how many times you have failed or what was the time when you got a KT or something, you will immediately tell me. But then if I ask you when did you succeed, it took you time to recollect actually when you succeeded. there might be at least 100 different instances where you have succeeded, but you don't recollect. Now what happens if you don't recollect a situation which was complex and you have successfully overcome in the past history? What happens if you forget that? What happens? What happens?
We get a failure next time.
Sorry?
We get failure next time. We are thinking that we get a failure and we are
Okay.
in the failure.
So you have succeeded in some of the instances, some of the complex tasks, but you don't recollect that, how you succeeded. What happens?
We didn't learn from that, and we
Learning probably would not be there because you have succeeded. Yeah. You don't remember your success points.
we didn't gain confidence from that instance.
Correct. So your victory log is nothing but your supporting element. Right? So for example, exam, let's say you have the fear of giving exam. You have cleared 10 exams before, complex exam. So what is your supporting element that you have cleared those exams? Had you returned that at that point of time when you cleared it, you would have just seen it, okay, in 1990 I had cleared this complex exam. What happens to your morale?
It is boosted.
It's boosted because you know you have cleared such a complex thing. Right? So writing victory log will also help you to overcome fear of failure. Because anytime you feel that fear, just read that. Those 10 things that you have done successfully, your confidence is boosted. Because you know that you have done it. Historically it is there. So nobody can counter that, right? In your mind. Okay? So we covered fear of failure. Perfect? Okay, the next one. Big one actually. Losing close one. And this is very commonly in the session. This is the 6th session I am conducting and very common actually. It's a natural one. Fear of losing a close person in our family. So Girish, you have that fear. Who else had all of these? Rajiv, Divya, Aditi. Okay. It's very personal. To take an example, but still I would ask you some questions. Have you lost any close person in your life recently? No. 5 years? 10 years? Yes. One in so many. So if you have not lost any close person in your life since 10 years, we're talking about, what are you scared of? History suggests that your family member's health has been good. Let's say your parents, yourself and your family. So for the next 10 years, if you go by the same ratio, don't you think that there is a high possibility that they will be with you?
It's
Right?
not about being with you, it's basically, okay, my parents are not staying with me, okay. So sometimes it happens like, it comes to your mind, okay, something will
They're
happen.
staying away.
Yeah,
Okay.
you might not be able to do.
True.
So
True.
that's it.
True. Now the thing is, there is one fact basically. They are staying away from you, so you are not talking to them on a day-to-day basis. So because you are away from them, first thing is you have that kind of thinking: what is happening with them? What is their life? Okay. But how long you are staying away from them? Ever since
Like 10 years.
10 years. So 10 years nothing happened, right?
Yes. Nothing happened does not mean nothing will happen, right?
But then that's what I'm saying. So when you
So, I understand that it's the truth of life and everything, but still.
which is okay.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
that's okay. The point is we are talking about things where do you feel empowered or you don't feel empowered. If you don't feel empowered, then you have to work on something. If you feel it is okay, it's normal to get it, and I overcome that also, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you feel stuck because of this feeling, for example, fear of failure related to him, then that is where you have to find a remedy.
I don't worry every time, but
Which is okay, which everyone
once
of
in a
us.
while everyone.
It's
gets it.
natural. It's
Yeah,
natural.
Everyone gets it.
Correct. So now, fear of losing, because there are some people who feel it very intense, and that stops them actually. Every time they wake up in the morning, they feel that they might lose someone in their life. Okay. So that is, I believe, not the case with you. Perfect. So if that is the case, then you have to actually look at the historical data, look at what has happened, and there is also power of affirmation we will cover later on, how to actually convert it, because it is said that we create our own world. The world is a creation of our mind. why I say this is, we sense this void through our five senses. So imagine a time when we all have mind. Okay. So I run through people through a simple exercise to help you understand, because you are thinking from a conscious mind. The subconscious mind is 95%. Now you are thinking from this 5% part. But the existence is also delivered by this 95%. Happens over a period of time, it becomes a reality. And it is very difficult to then get rid of it. So the best way is start doing it in small sequences. Try to go in a places where there is a little less crowd, but crowded. Then expand, and then face it. And once, like that, once you actually are overcome, oh, there was nothing. That's it. And that feeling, it will stay with you permanently. Then you overcome the fear. Okay? The same with Narendra, you have to try. In the positive sense, I am saying.
How many rejections till now? Then we'll suggest something.
0.
Presentations, you have to do presentations. Okay? Small presentation, then expand. Late nights working basically. So, our company transport, everything is transport. Right? So experience it. And then, but then, one thing is that there are some incidents happening around, okay, over focusing on those incidents also creates an image. Now these incidents are 1 in million, always remember that. There is out of the entire population, maybe 10 billion, there are only 1% people, less than 1% actually, who are causing trouble. Less than 1%, I think it will be 0.0 something percent who are causing trouble. Very less number, but remaining 99.999 something people are good. So focus on that. Okay? What else? Darkness kisko hai? So there was one lady who shared this. Again, I said the same thing. You have to simulate it actually at home. Simulation kya hai? Stay in one small room. Okay? Affirmations pehle, I am safe even if it is dark. ऐसा करके. तो वो करके धीरे-धीरे it will go away. Simulate it at home with your family members, and then in a bigger room or something like that. You have to try. If you keep avoiding it, it will multiply. And then there will be situations, because you are not in control of the situations. A situation where suddenly the lights go away, there is nobody around. So it is better you simulate it actually and get rid of it. I think that's all. Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.